Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the levels for 24th, the Thursday, where we are going to be, it's also the monthly expiry, weekly and the monthly expiry tomorrow. So this is the 15-minute chart of Bank Nifty. We'll just have a review of how the trade went and just see the possible levels for tomorrow. Now I've just come to a daily chart. On the daily chart we see that the Bank Nifty has made a red candle, but no any other significant move or anything else we can spot on the daily chart apart from this kind of the steep trend line that is being followed on Bank Nifty. See, we have taken kind of resistance over here, 1 2 again on the third day today. Third time we have taken resistance from this trend line. Not sure if we will be going further low or bouncing again. We'll have to see that. Now coming to the 15-minute chart, see there is one CPR logic. It's like a CPR setup that we have. I have a video also on my channel under the learning section. What that states is if the R1 and the previous day high fails to take out, right, there's a good chance we might hit the CPR. That did happen, but it came in the later part of the day after 3 o'clock. So throughout the day it was pretty choppy trading for options. If somebody had shorted like futures in the morning, right, say at R1 or once the previous day low broke and kept R1 as stop loss, they would have easily got about 400 points. But option buying, yeah, it was a little tricky. I did short right over here and was in good profits. Kind of thought this 200 EMA, and there was this thick pink line is the 200 EMA. Thought will dip until here, and this candle was kind of tricky for me where I did expect it to come a little bit more low. I thought at this move itself will hit CPR. Then we got a reversal. So tried scalping but took a loss today. And so once this kind of the structure was formed, right, I did even post that if in our this Cosmofeed group, if this level breaks of somewhere around 37,500, close to that, sorry, 37,460 or something, this blue area, if it breaks, will hit the CPR. But it did happen, but unfortunately it was in the fag end of the market, like at around 3 o'clock. So by then I was already done trading. Usually I don't trade after 3, and especially on a regular day. It's only post expiry probably I'll try and attempt. Only on the expiry day I try and trade post 3 to try for the 0 to hero trades and stuff. So we see at this point, this is the point where I stopped when we were coming down, right? I thought at this point maybe this down move will break it and will come down. But after getting this candle, I thought, okay, maybe we'll still remain choppy or even make high or go back to previous day high or R1. So kind of stop for the day. Then again, this trend line we had this trend line where the price was making lower lows. And finally, again, we fell at around 255 we started, right? If somebody could catch this move, this was a beautiful move of almost 300 points, almost 280 or 290 points from 37,600 we fell, almost 300 points. So if somebody could capture this mode, it was beautiful. Or even this scalp, when this kind of this support zone for that intraday support broke, right, if somebody could enter and scalp until CPR, it was beautiful. Now days like this is another reason to why I use CPR levels. Is see the kind of, now let me just hide the drawings that I have done. See the kind of move that we have had in Bank Nifty. We came down, but we took resistance at CPR. This is a 5-minute chart. We have taken resistance at CPR R1. This dotted line is the previous day high. Okay, we broke that. Again, it remained choppy, but in the end, when we fell also, we exactly came and hit the CPR, and then obviously this closed. There was a small bounce. So that's the beauty of using CPR levels. But yeah, today was a little tough for option trading, where option buyers like this kind of moves, it was a little tricky. Now coming for the trade possibilities for tomorrow, right, even today when we book some loss in trying to scalp. Now coming for the trade possibilities for tomorrow, all these levels will remain the same. This purple line that we drew, and let me just get rid of this. in the early morning, as soon as the market opened, there was this opening nice divergence. That's why I have this red line. What the divergence price was making higher high and the indicator was making lower low, and then we got a nice dip. That's why I had this lines marked. Now the levels will remain the same. I'm just going to move this line over here close to previous day high, and we already have the previous day low. Again, here we could face some resistance even tomorrow, 37,700 and even close to 37,500 around this level. This is the R1, this is the previous day high. Even around this level of 37,600 we could face some resistance tomorrow, whether in case we get a gap up. And this definitely the previous day low where we took support here will act as a good support. Even day before yesterday when we fell, we have taken support here, so we can add another line over here. This level of 37,300 will act as a good support. If that is broken, we'll be straight away heading to 37,067 for sure. Now just looking at the open interest for Bank Nifty, it's kind of showing that there is significant resistance at 37,500. There were existing calls. Throughout the day, intraday, there were put sellers at 37,500. When this last fall started coming, right, the call sellers have increased, and even the change in OI showing a lot of call sellers have come in at 37,500 and 400. There is some support at 37,200. Let's see on the chart if we have a level at 37,200. See, this S1 is where even the open interest is showing some support. Intraday, when we come here, we might get a bounce. In case we come down, we might get some bounce over here. And after that, very good support is only at 37,000. So there is a possibility we could hit 37,000. Sorry, we could hit 37,000 if this previous day low breaks. And any move on the upside is probably above this area itself, 37,700. And we can also make use of this extended trend line from past. Obviously on the daily chart I showed you about this trend line, right? That is there. For the intraday level, we can make use of kind of this trend line. I'll be making use of this. See today how many times we took resistance on this trend line. So there is a possibility we might take resistance along this trend line. But if this breaks and then this level of 37,700 breaks, we could hit even a lot of short covering for the 37,500 call can come in, and we could hit 38,080. So these are the levels that I have for Bank Nifty. Let's see how the price goes tomorrow. Now coming to Nifty, see this trend line that we had in the 15-minute chart of Nifty was never taken out today. I was constantly monitoring even Nifty because even Nifty didn't break the R1 and the previous day high. We started slipping. Again, we got a bounce. We perfectly took support of this resistance of this trend line. We kind of just going to readjust this trend line. We never broke this. So now this trend line confirmation is for sure. If we break this, right, definitely we'll get a nice move. So basically whatever gap was there both in Nifty and Bank Nifty, the gap up that was there got filled today. So the trade possibility for tomorrow is if this trend line breaks, we can see levels of 17,260 or maybe even 17,350. Or again, if we take resistance at this trend line, the lower levels are 17,028. If that breaks, we have some support at 16,988. Then significant support is only at 16,900. Now looking at the open interest for Nifty in this range, see we have a good resistance at 37,200. 37,100 is like where the fight is happening between the calls and the puts. A very good support at 37,000. So 37,000 breaking could be difficult, and 37,200 breaking on the upside could be difficult for Nifty. Other than that, all the levels will remain same, and this level can also be a good place where we can get a bounce. I'm just going to mark this where we have the S1. So in case we get an intraday dip, this is where we can try and book some profit. So that's it for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Today was a pretty choppy day, but the levels worked well, but it was kind of sideways and choppy, and in the last half an hour our levels got hit right. So let's see if tomorrow we can do some scalping and make some money. Thank you.